Hello. Hey, say good guy.
Bird.
What's up? What's happening?
Birdie. Birdie, birdie.
How the fuck do I... Yeah, that's the one, right? Refresh. Lizard.
Lizard. Lizard. Lizard. Lizard. Lizard. Lizard. Lizard. Lizard. Lizard. Lizard. Lizard. Lizard. Lizard. Lizard. Lizard. Lizard. Lizard. Lizard. Lizard. Lizard.
Lizard. Lizard.
There we
Hello, Lizard. Lizard.
How is people? What's up? Jesus, so many people already. How you feeling? Oh my gosh. Wait, let me go studio mode. Whoa, I can see things you can't now.
Lizard.
You don't even. Oh, fuck's sake.
Lizard. 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 Lizard.
I think I need to remove that one.
Lizard. Lizard.
We have terrible impulse control. We might need to put a timer on it. It's true, actually. We're gonna do that right now. Let's see here. How's everyone doing? What's happening? I think the bot is down as well.
Lizard. Lizard.
Hoops is like, oh, we have terrible impulse control. It continues to not control its impulse.
Lizard. 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 Lizard.
Oh my god.
Lizard. Lizard.
Edit lizard. Cooldown and limits. There we go. It's got a 5-minute cooldown right now. I miss you too, sis. What's up? I see you're home today. Not in school. Why aren't you in school? I hope you're not sick. Should go back to doing assignments. Yeah, you should do that.
Is everyone spooky?
Soul and Hoops are both very, very awesome people. This is true. I sadly am very sick. No, this is very bad. Don't be sick. Right, I've never played this game before. We'll see what it's about. Whoa! Can I have 5 different games running? Lost my voice and I keep coughing like Dad. It's horrible. That dude coughs like he's been smoking for 60 years, which he has. Bloons. I don't know, man. I don't know. I saw you and Soul were playing Bloons yesterday, though. My sis has been playing a lot of Marvel Rivals lately. Are you any good at that? Sister? Experience the story of Adam, recommended for new players. DrVem in Dreamland. Let's go with that. I love Marvel Rivals, it's so fun! Hey, Karu! What's up, Karu? Oh my gosh. Might have to dip at some point. I'm very confused on what is happening right now with my college. Oh my god, is there like a warning, something? Just woke up, what about you? I did not just wake up, actually. Despite what I said. Oh my god, and fucking enemies here? God damn, everyone is here. What's up, gang? Holy shit. We got so many people here already. Did you miss me? Motherfucker! Alright, we're a saber-toothed kitty cat with a little emerald.
Lizard.
Welcome to all things Scottish. Our slogan is, if it's no Scottish, it's crap!
Lizard. 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 Lizard.
You're
Lizard.
all alone.
Lizard. Lizard.
Stranded
Lizard.
on an island far away from home. Mouse wheel or R and F to zoom.
Lizard. Lizard.
Left click, drag. Move camera. Okay. I'm getting the Sims vibes from this. East Coast is getting railed right now with snow. We're setting a 2-hour delay, and I think it got changed to full cancellation, but it's very unclear. Also, I'm worried my Zoom class professor's still going to do class to be an ass. I hope they do. I hope they do, just to be an ass. Oh yeah, always gonna shout out the crew when she's in chat. Thanks for the lurk, Hoobs. I am pretty well. I've been sleeping well, I've been doing well, I've been writing a lot. And that's honestly why I haven't been streaming too much. Like I realized a couple weeks ago that streaming and writing, like they take from the same creative pool. And right now I want to focus on writing. Oh my gosh, yes. Great job, Iname. VIP the crew. She's a very important pervert. That's what VIP stands for. Very important pervert. Click on a paw symbol move. Ooh. Okay. What a long day. We VIP the Karoo because the Karoo is a very important pervert. That's what I just said. My god, you don't listen. Too much cum in your ears. No, sorry. Anyways, yeah, so I haven't been streaming as much because I've been writing more. So the streaming is going to continue to take kind of a backseat to my writing. Like I said, it grabs from the same creative pool, and I realized I kind of have to choose which one to focus on. So it's writing that's getting it right now. What a long day! Time to go to sleep. I just woke up. At the beginning of each day, animals regain their action points, which are represented by the gemstone on their chest. Each performed action, such as walking, depletes one action. Click on the end day button at the top of the screen, or press space. Space. Are my ears deceiving me? No, yes, probably. Yo, Soul, thanks for the sub.
Saltred 2,597 just
we gotta write a haiku for
This is
Soul.
Bezos' cashback system.
Right. Oh shit, I actually gotta turn off the push-ups as well, because I can't do push-ups right now. You've been waiting for a week to do that? Sick, bro. Thank you. You're such a sweetheart. Ugh. Yeah, the debt must be paid is already turned off. It's all good. There we go. Turned off. I told my class today that I write haikus because we wrote a haiku for class. We actually learned about the several different rules for haikus. And I told them, like, oh, I've actually been writing haikus for a year and a half for my stream, but they're exclusively dirty and or disgusting haikus. And my teacher got me to promise that I will write 35 dirty haikus for class, one for each person in class. So I guess I gotta write 35 dirty haikus. Just because we are friends doesn't mean I won't punch you on sight. Jesus, whoa. I will diddle you in game. That is That is, whoa. That is wild. Now we're showing off, I see. Feels like yesterday we put up all posters in school. Right? 15 months feels like not a long time at all, actually. How do I know if I'm in love with someone? At your age, you're in love with anyone you feel strongly for. That's the way it works. You fall in love as easily as you go to the bathroom.
The good guy
Enjoy it. It's a
544 just
wonderful
redeemed
feeling.
hydrate. Clunk clunk
DrVem,
mother
please
lover.
don't hide me. I won't. If I can't show up, what can I do? There are certain stages of friendship, and we do live in 2025. Like, banging your friends is just expanding the polycule, really.
Lizard.
Jesus
Lizard.
fucking Christ.
Lizard. 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 Lizard.
Lizard
Lizard.
time.
Lizard. 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 Lizard.
For fuck's sake. Lizard.
Lizard. Lizard.
Oh my god. Fuck, I can't focus. I can't focus on the haiku with the Pedro. I'm terribly sorry, Soul. Soulthread will receive a haiku. Is all that white snow? Is it stopping your learning? Nah, it's all just cum. I'm terribly sorry. I'm terribly sorry. But that's what it is, you know? I don't think I'm all there, gang. I don't think any of us are, honestly. I've only ever been in love with a guy once, and it was like feeling I've never felt before. And now I think I feel the same with someone new. It happens. Hopefully you'll keep falling in love your whole life. I continuously fall in love with my wife. It's a wonderful feeling, actually. Thought I would get some good advice. There literally is no good advice when it comes to love. Fuck, like, if you like them, tell them you like them. Be honest. If they don't like you, it's better to know early on. If they do like you, also better to know early on. If they want you to change who you fundamentally are, you shouldn't be with them. Being with the person you're in love with should not be the end-all be-all thing. Like, the whole, oh, without you I will die type of love is just toxic as fuck, honestly. But I gotta remove my shirt. The person you're in love with, you should laugh and smile a lot with them. My audio went out, and when it came back, all I heard was cum. Being in love is a really good feeling. It's so unexplainable. It is. He's removing his shirt. He's removing his shirt. Right, I gotta try this game out. You can't stop stop talking to me. I know I'm streaming, but I'm busy playing a game. Just shut the fuck up so I can play my game. Oh my god. Animals eat 1 food per day. Make sure Adam doesn't starve. The animal counter in the lower right corner displays how much food is consumed when ending a day. Next to it is the food counter displaying how much food has been collected. Alright, select Adam. Collect fruit or destroy it. Now we're gonna collect it. Okay, so I have 21 food. Each animal needs 1 food when the day ends. Alright. This island seems to be deserted. A pathway of stones leads to another island in the distance. Fucking where? Is it over here? Is that what they're talking about? Oh yeah, it is over there. Animals grow old and die one day. The life bar shows an animal's current age and lifespan. If the bar is full, the animal dies. Well, move Adam to the flower part. Interact the pointy travel stone to leave the island. Alright. Clear away foliage, small chance to find nest material. Interesting. Okay. Thanks for the lurk. I'm going to dip for I don't know. Okay, how long for this class? Thanks for the lurk, Soul. Hope you have a fun day in class. Pointy travel stone. Whoa, I have 3 things now? All animals on port fields migrate to another island. Animals outside the port leave the tribe and will be gone forever. Alright, cool. Deez? Whoa, Deez. Say thanks for the money, Deez. Who the fuck is Deez? Deez nuts! Thanks for the money, friend. $1.69. Oh yeah. Got him. Oh my gosh. I met them when I went to Lady Gaga's concert and live in Norrland. Well, I live down here, so it's very hard. Alright, so long distance relationships when you're young, don't do them. Just don't do them. It's better to be like just, oh no, I really liked you. Well, we'll meet someday. Just don't commit to a long distance relationship. They fucking suck and they're difficult as fuck. Like if you're married, I'd argue like, yeah, then maybe you can try out long distance relationship because then you're locked in for life. But before that, Jesus, I don't know. I've done long distance relationships before. They suck balls. Whoever did that. Was that you, Hoops? Did you donate $1.69? Just to get me to say D's nuts? What up, Samwise? What up, what up? Oh my gosh, let me give you a shouty, friend. Call me. Yeah, I gotta sound out the shit I write. Shut up. Give Sammy a follow if you haven't already. He's a fucking wonderful person, is what he is. I don't want to commit to a relationship, I just think we both love each other and we know we do, it's just hard. I mean, you can just meet up with them a couple times a year, make out, and then you live your separate lives, I guess. Like, you don't need to commit at a young age, necessarily. You can just enjoy each other as well. I did not donate $1.69 to D's Nuts You because that would be a poor financial decision. What's this? I just clicked a link. Oh my god. I gotta... Right. This is what he sent me. Mr. Samwise. Fuck's sake. Beautiful. Got this for my middle kid? You actually got it for your kid? Dude. What the fuck? I'm gonna play Rivals now because I'm sick and bored. Love you so much. Miss you. I miss you too. I love you a whole lot, sis. Hope you do well. For his desk. golden nut. Mwah. You're a grade A father, Samwise. Grade A daddy.
Lizard. 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 Lizard.
Alright.
Lizard.
Behind you, the
Lizard.
stepping stones crumble and
Lizard.
splash.
Lizard. Lizard.
It
Lizard.
gets louder
Lizard.
as well as
Lizard.
it goes on.
Lizard. 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 Lizard.
Thank you, there we go. You smell the presence of a member of your species. You can toggle your senses by clicking on the button in the bottom right or pressing 1, 2, or 3. Ooh, cool. Candace. Candace nuts fit in your mouth. Thanks for the money. It's very sweet, but I mean, the fuck. Worst thing is, I don't know if I can see who's donating this money, because people just write in whatever. Oh, it's good guy. It is good guy. Interesting. Try to catch fish. Low chance to succeed because of low fishing ability. Can I hear whoever is of my species? No. I want to say shave head bald style. What happened to Hugh Janus? The fuck? You should make a dono goal. Shave head bald style. Jesus. Would I even be able to? Oh! Clear away foliage mulches, find nest material. Stag mole. It says behind you, blah. Smell the presence of a member of your species. I can't fucking see the member of my species now, can I? Phil McCrack. Most tavern, most peaking. Oh, it's so beautiful. Try to crack open nut. Low cracking ability. Just literal fucking ability. Okay. Alright. We're gonna go here. Yeah, I don't know what to do there. I'm looking for a Seymour butts. We're gonna walk there. We're gonna walk there. Walk there. I need to find more people of my species. Collect fruits. Okay, cool. Like this. I wonder how the fuck I can find my, like, the other member of my species. Move around and find the other member of your species. Alright, so you're supposed to, like, just hunt for him. Thanks for the lurk, good guy. Hope you have a wonderful time. I'm not gonna shake a fucking tree. Alright. Well, we got enough food to just run around. Haha! Cornered, bitch bird! Oh, it's a rabbit, actually. Heap of meat. Collect. Ooh, nice. Alright, cool. Alright, so far I'm enjoying this game. It's cute. And collect some fruit. Jesus, this is a big island, though. Should be able to find a member of my species here, I feel. I'm just gonna keep walking up. Root. Try to dig up ground. Interesting. Alright. Fuck, my dude is gonna die soon, too. Like, he's reaching the end of his life here. Am I gonna lose this game immediately? You're gonna walk over here. You're gonna walk over there. Yeah, like, I can't find the other member of my species. What the fuck? Or is it like one of those things where you're supposed to die? Like, oh, you fucking suck. You didn't find someone to mate with. Yeah. Alright, yeah, we're just gonna restart, I guess. What the fuck? Only alphas can banish others, only megas can be banished. Let's actually have 2 of them now? What the fuck? How did this happen? Alright. Banish from your tribe. No, I don't want to banish them from my tribe. I'm gonna clear away the high grass, see what we can do with that. Small chance to find nest material. But they're in the nest here. Important when low on food, alphas eat first, omegas eat last. Gotcha. Skills. Speed for... Jesus, he's got so many skills. Genes. Yellow fur. Black eyes. What is this? Family tree. How do I make them, you know, make the beast with 2 backs, as they say. Alright, this game is not helping you out too much. Wait, let's look at the graphics. Let's just apply the best fucking graphics. Yeah, baby! Didn't change too much, but, you know. Line was selected, click on a paw. Oh, shit, okay, so these are the tutorial things. Offer it 5 food to join your group. What is that? Okay. We're gonna walk up there. Harmless termite hill. Crack open termite hill. Let's go. Collect insects. Is that like food or? Didn't seem like it was food. How the fuck am I gonna find out where the rest of people, where the other people in my species are? Cause like my dudes are not lit up. Other than, yeah, okay, I guess the actual area around them is lit up. Alright. We're heading east then. Alright. Game reminds me of Spore. That's actually where I got it, because it seemed like a Spore, but different. That, and it was on sale. And we're just gonna collect a fuck ton of fruit here. That person's gonna hunt people. Let's go there. Go there. Haha! Collect meats. I get that it's raining. Like, how do I get them to mate? I guess they're like both fully grown now. Oh wait, we had something here. Mates. Haha! One of your females didn't get pregnant due to low fertility. Alright. Well, that is very annoying, actually. Okay. Well, we're gonna try again. Still nothing. Alright. Travel. Let's go. Many new islands are visible on the northern horizon. I guess. Alright, hey. Try to make baby. She's already pregnant! Fuck you! Alright. She's preggers. Awesome. That means our bloodline can continue. Build a nest. There we go. She even got a little tummy there. Cute. Ah, fuck you! New baby has been born. Yes. Alright, we're just gonna grab a fuck ton of food there. She's caring for her baby. Okay. What, so she can't move? Well, the baby can't move, at least. I can't sit on the fucking nest anymore either. Oh, okay. Did I... Gotta get my work started. Gonna lurk on me? Alright, thank you, Sammy. Thanks for the lurk. Okay. High grass. I'm just gonna collect more fruit. That's fucking weird. It grows real quick, but... That's a friend, right? She didn't get pregnant. Try again. Now she's pregnant. Offer 5 food to join your tribe. Fucking yes. Cool. Alright, now we got even more people. Shows an animal's genes. Alright. He's got moss brown fur, no melanism, no albinism. He's got a swimming tail. This dude is good at swimming and collecting. Ooh, he's venomous. Poison fangs. Cool. Okay, so everything on the right here is just... Oh, he's got normal fertility. No horns. Hearing. 2 eyesight. What the fuck happened there? Both of these are men. Alright. Fuck, I really need to find food now. Rabbits can only be attacked from behind. Oh fuck, come on. Try to catch a fish. Infected by leech? The fuck? Oh, nice. We got some food, at least. This is a really good place to nest as well, I think. The fuck is up? My OBS is messing with me. Maybe if we change the settings again. Graphics. The fuck is that? Bergina? Bleeding. This animal is wounded. Lick it with another animal to stop the bleeding. Lick to cure bleeding. Remove parasite. I'm gonna grab some food. Hey, you should probably help your papa. Right? Can you run over there? No, you can't, because you suck. Ouchies. Oh, nice. Gold leech? Cool. Requires 10 nesting material. There. You got a nest there. I want him to crack a nut. There we go. No? Alright, fuck you then. Ooh, nice. We get a lot of food. So much food from killing that thing. I'm gonna send him out and scout. When is she due? Rest at night on a nest to give birth. Gotcha. Alright. What the fuck? Like I didn't get any nest material? That's fucking annoying. Just grab more food then with him. Let's clear more. I think I just need to grab as much nesting material as I can right now to make sure that I'll have somewhere to give birth. And food. Alright, let's go there. Fuck's sake. It's very interesting just to learn this game a bit more. OBS has crashed. There we go. Alright. You can hear me now? Yay, and you can see me. Yes? No? Maybe? I don't know, my OBS just crashed. Ah, fuck. One of my things died. She's pregnant, but she's about to die. Jesus, yeah. It all just crashed. Rogue male. Get fucked, bitch! Yeah. Oh my gosh, this is not good.
Lizard.
Gang.
Lizard. 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 Lizard.
Who dis? Offer 5 food to join tribe. Hello. And then we're gonna mate. Yeah! Jesus! That is one ugly, ugly woman. I'm sad to say. Jesus fucking Christ. You can't see the vid though from the Tanja. That is very annoying. Let me refresh it.
Lizard.
Do you see it now?
Lizard. 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 Lizard.
There we go. Nice. I need to try to clear as much high grass as I can just to be able to give birth to the next generation. What the fuck is that? There's a big ass bird flying overhead. Come on. Grab some food, I guess. It's not good. It's lagging like hell on the vid. Really? Is it my face that's lagging or the game that's lagging? Thanks for the lurk, man. Well, this is soup's annoyings. Cactus. Alright, now they can build fucking nest finally. Oh, the Tanja vid. Yeah, that happens sometimes though. Ouch. Alright, we're going back there. We got some food there. test. Yeah, it's lagging. It's when I'm switching between the game and the OBS. It's lagging. Alright, this is very annoying. The delay is horrible, right? I can't imagine. Remina! No. What the fuck is this face? Very low speed. White horns, black pattern mask, pattern shape C. Tiny pattern, pattern density. Good fertility. Got digging paws though. Good hearing. It's just ugly as all fuck. Select. Oh my god, we can select a gene to mutate. Derp snout. What the fuck? Message shows up after 10 seconds. Well, that is Soup's annoying. Blind eyes. No. +1 eyesight. +1 smelling. We're gonna grab medium ears. And derp snout. For sure. Just it looks distasteful. Oh, come on. They're not fucking properly. But yeah, my OBS is turning like black all of a sudden as well. Fuck, you know what, gang? We might not be able to stream this game then, if that's the case. That would suck. If that was the case. Too young to destroy. Alright, gotcha. You gotta destroy the nest. Nice. Alright, she's preggers. Animal is poisoned. Alright, we're just gonna grab more food, I guess. Yeah, OBS crash.